Today we're talking about a woman whose name still represents elegance, sophistication, and timeless Hollywood glamour, Grace Kelly. Even decades after she left the silver screen, her image continues to appear everywhere, from classic film collections to fashion magazines and social media tributes. Every so often, a photograph of her goes viral, an old interview resurfaces, or one of her iconic films finds a new audience, reminding people that true elegance never goes out of style. But here's the thing. Most people remember Grace Kelly as the beautiful actress who became a real-life princess. Very few know how extraordinary her journey really was, or why her legacy continues to captivate people around the world. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. Born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Grace Kelly grew up in a successful family, but privilege alone didn't guarantee a place in Hollywood. She pursued acting with determination, studying the craft and working tirelessly before earning opportunities that would change her life forever. It didn't take long for filmmakers to recognize something special about her. She possessed a rare combination of beauty, intelligence, and quiet confidence that made every performance feel effortless. Unlike many stars of her era, Grace didn't rely on dramatic gestures to command attention. Her expressions, her voice, and her calm presence were often enough to captivate an audience. As the early 1950s unfolded, her career rose at an astonishing pace. She appeared in memorable films alongside some of the biggest names in cinema, including Gary Cooper, Clark Gable, and Bing Crosby. But it was her collaborations with legendary director Alfred Hitchcock that truly cemented her place in Hollywood history. Films such as Dial M for Murder, Rear Window, and To Catch a Thief showcased her remarkable ability to balance sophistication with emotional depth. Audiences admired her elegance, but they also appreciated the intelligence she brought to every role. She wasn't simply playing glamorous characters. She gave them humanity, making them unforgettable long after the credits rolled. Then came another milestone that seemed almost too extraordinary to be real. Her performance in The Country Girl earned her the Academy Award for Best Actress, proving she was far more than a glamorous leading lady. She had become one of the finest actresses of her generation. But just as Hollywood seemed ready to offer her an even brighter future, life presented an unexpected turn that no one could have predicted. During the Cannes Film Festival, Grace met Prince Rainier III of Monaco. What began as a carefully arranged meeting soon developed into one of the most famous romances of the 20th century. Their engagement captured international attention, and when they married in 1956, millions of people around the world followed every detail. Newspapers called it a real-life fairy tale, and for many, it seemed as though Grace Kelly had stepped directly from the movies into a storybook ending. Yet that decision came with enormous sacrifice. Upon becoming Princess of Monaco, she retired from acting while still at the height of her career. Imagine walking away from worldwide fame, critical acclaim, and endless opportunities at just 30 years old. Many people questioned the choice, wondering what incredible performances the world would never get to see. But Grace embraced her new responsibilities with the same dignity that had defined her acting career. As Princess Grace, she dedicated herself to charitable work, cultural initiatives, children's organizations, and the development of Monaco's international reputation. She understood that her influence could extend far beyond cinema, and she used it to support causes that genuinely mattered to her. But here's the part of her story that continues to touch people the most. Despite becoming royalty, she never completely escaped public fascination. The world remained endlessly curious about the woman who had seemingly lived two extraordinary lives. One as one of Hollywood's brightest stars and another as a European princess. Every public appearance, every photograph, and every interview became part of her enduring legend. She carried herself with remarkable grace under constant public attention, becoming a symbol of elegance for generations of women around the world. Fashion designers admired her timeless style. Photographers sought to capture her effortless poise, and even today luxury brands continue drawing inspiration from her iconic image. Then, in 1982, tragedy struck. Grace Kelly suffered a stroke while driving in Monaco, causing a devastating car accident. She passed away shortly afterward at the age of just 52, shocking admirers across the globe. Her death marked the end of an extraordinary life, but it did not diminish the legacy she left behind. In many ways, it only strengthened it. Today, Grace Kelly remains one of the rare figures whose influence extends across multiple worlds. Film enthusiasts continue celebrating her remarkable performances, Fashion lovers still consider her one of history's greatest style icons, and the Principality of Monaco continues honoring Princess Grace for her lasting contributions to the country she proudly called home. New generations continue discovering her films. Historians revisit her remarkable transition from Hollywood actress to royal figure, and her story continues inspiring countless books, documentaries, and exhibitions. Perhaps that's because Grace Kelly represents something increasingly rare in modern celebrity culture. She never chased constant attention. She never relied on controversy to remain relevant. Instead, she allowed her talent, dignity, and character to define her reputation. Some stars become famous because of the roles they play. Others become unforgettable because of the lives they choose to live. Grace Kelly managed to accomplish both. She wasn't simply a Hollywood icon, nor was she only a princess. She became a symbol of timeless elegance, quiet strength, and lasting grace, a legacy that continues to shine long after the cameras stopped rolling.